Last week on Our Stormy Present, the gang broke through a blockade of truckers to visit Leah's dad's old partner in crime, Garcia. He informed them that Empire Entertainment's prototype was probably meant to absorb and store K-energy indefinitely, granting them even greater control over the planet, with disastrous consequences for the environment. This week, they'll be storming an Empire facility to grab intel and sabotage their operations in Dark and Stormy. Skyscrapers don't quite work the same way on Shineway. With the planet's dry and often cloudless sky, it's not the top that fades away into the fog. As old Betsy approaches the Empire Innovation and Collaboration Complex, its passengers can see every floor clearly, stacked up like an overambitious child's set of blocks. The antenna at the top so tall and distant that it seems like it's going to bump into the moon. It's the lower floors that disappear after a while. Buildings like this are not built on floating islands, but on the real ground, covered as it is in a constant bluish-gray haze. Only the desperate and the reckless work on those floors, let alone live there. There's all sorts of rumors about what's outside, about a pervasive sense of dread and misery that seeps in through the tiny cracks between the windows and the walls. Thankfully, none of our lucky pirates should have to descend today. What they seek is near the top. Classified, incredibly important information on the purpose of that demon-powered device they encountered at the 97. Only senior researchers and management are allowed up there. Airships are forced to dock a good 40 stories down. And that's the ones that are supposed to be here, as opposed to the highly illegal scrap heaps drifting slowly towards the main hangar. Before we get started, I remember that y'all earned a low advance and an airship advance last time around, so what are we spending those on?
Well, based on what Pottleroy did at the end, looking through my advances, I think I'm in charge here might fit best.
Okay, I'm into it.
Which is, if you act important enough, you'll be treated accordingly, +1 composure. As far as anyone knows, you're the leader of the party, for better or for worse. Whenever one of your allies suffers consequences for their actions, you can declare that you're the one who's really responsible. Any and all punishment is on your head instead, and you might just get let off easy, or you might get worse punishment depending.
All right, I love that.
I found, my assertiveness deep within me. It was there.
Let's see. Let me add that to your sheet real quick. Mike, what about you?
All right, I'm gonna give Leah a rush. I'm gonna lean harder into doing the fighting.
Sounds good. Just grabbing an extra style there.
Mm-hmm.
Simple but effective. Fabby, what are you getting for Rosa?
I'm thinking in the vents. You're limber, really limber. You can fit your head through something the rest of your body easily follows. We talked about this being kinda Metroid balling into small spaces.
Yeah, just turn into a ball.
Yeah.
Going on around there.
Yeah. I'm sneaking. It's a sneaking mission, Rosa.
And Lexi, what about you?
I think it's our problem now.
God, yes.
See, friends stick together, even when things get rough, right?
That is what it says in the book.
Yeah, once per situation, when you suffer any type of stress, you can engineer a hasty escape or bargain, which inevitably goes sour. Convert the stress you would have taken into Kismet stress.
And that is the one that affects the whole party, because it just creates new problems.
Which the guy who's in charge can, handle, right?
Exactly, yeah, no.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pottleroy seems capable. He can take care of it.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, let me go to airship advances. I think remote boarding and crane game were both mentioned as possibilities.
It was autopilot instead of I don't think remote boarding was it. So here's the thing. Autopilot is the more practical choice, but crane game's the more fun choice.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the rest of the party think?
And we should do the fun thing, because it's only a couple of episodes. So
True.
we should always do the fun thing.
This is also true.
Can autopilot, though, be flavored as you're linking up your arm to the ship so your dad can pilot it? Because that's also pretty fun in that case.
Oh, shit. Can we do that?
Yeah, no reason not to.
Fuck yes, let's do that.
All right. So, you know what, Leah? Why don't you describe how you are tinkering with the airship so that your dad ghost arm can link directly with it?
Haunted radio receiver.
Fuck yeah! Oh my god, I love that.
Yep.
Just some more like cursed, like underworld affiliated artifacts that Garcia had handy, and like Waltner was just like, hey, can we borrow this thing? It seemed like it'd be useful to put in the ship, and he was like, yeah, sure. And so they went ahead and just jammed that bad boy right into the steering mechanism.
I'm picturing an antenna that's also a theremin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's
which
got
is the
this
most
slight,
haunted instrument.
Yeah. It's got a slight green glow to it all the time. No one's really sure why.
I'm beginning to suspect that the PDA that I've been carrying around doesn't actually have an AI in it. It's just also haunted, because it seems like everything we have is haunted.
Never been haunted in my life.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Max. You tried to make a cyberpunk game, and I guess we just made spooky times.
Well, hey, that's the thing, though. That fits.
Yeah, they can just be cyber ghosts.
Yeah.
And God willing, I would love to be a cyber ghost one day, so I'm not complaining.
The 13 Cyber Ghost of Scooby.
Sure. Why not?
Listen,
You know, we're not that far away from Scooby-Doo.
that's what I was thinking. That's where my mind went.
Yeah, we just like any old time somebody offer a Rosa snack.
We're a group of young adults in a van and have an animal mascot. We're kind of just Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, but you're in a band, and no Scooby-Doo ripoff has ever done that before.
Oh, you're right, of course. Fuck, you're right, we're more Jabberjaw than Scooby-Doo. Shit.
We're Jabberjaws. We're actually Jabberjaws.
No, Eidolon Ska isn't for 2 years yet.
Don't give it away.
Anyway, the van... Sorry, give me a second. Now I'm laughing. So the van is making its way to... Let me just pull up the name again. The Empire Innovation and Collaboration Complex, which is, you know, where all the innovators of today can develop new products and ideas together.
I hate it.
And probably you're going to want to find a way in there. And, you know, the easiest way would probably be to go through the hangar, but then you're going to have to get up a lot of floors. So I'm not telling you how to handle this.
Okay.
I mean, what if we just shot a harpoon through one of the upper windows and then, like, you know, rid the rope into the window?
Like a pirate ship boarding.
Yeah.
That seems like it might draw a lot of attention to us.
Probably, but it would also be a lot like that one bit from the beginning of Monty Python's The Meaning of Life, where, like, the fucking office building is, like, sailing around and attacking other office buildings. It'd be kind of like that.
Sure, okay. I'll grant you that it might be kind of like that. I'm just worried about getting immediately murdered.
I'll be fine.
I mean, that's up to Maxie to give us a way to not have that happen. That's on her.
Now, I will say, I'll give you a way to not get immediately murdered, but I'm not gonna make it easy if you do just blast in through the top.
Is there like a landing pad on top? Could we like land literally on top of the building and go down from the roof?
I don't think the van goes that high. It's a really tall skyscraper.
All right.
Like, you go that high, you're getting into, like, the atmosphere is too thin to maintain buoyancy territory. That's how shit works, right?
Yeah.
Shit, that's basically how planes work.
Yeah.
And balloons.
I just had a thought.
Uh-huh.
Would it be possible to get a hold of, like, information about the building itself and see if maybe there's a floor that's, like, closed for renovations or otherwise unoccupied at the moment?
Ooh, yeah, let me think about that. Let me see if any of you have advances that would apply to that, and then if not, I might just have you roll for it.
I just know that my character prefers the direct approach, and unless somebody else comes up with something better, that's what we're doing.
I also have an idea, but let's hear Lexi's, what we do with Lexi's info first.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can kind of meet Leah halfway here. And, okay, we can do your plan, but we're going to do it on an empty floor that maybe they won't notice right away.
Fine.
Tell you what, give me Charm plus Reveal, which is going to be 2d10, and see if you can get it out of the PDA.
My highest is a 7.
All right, so that is going to be a success, but I'm going to have to roll stress for it real quick, so give me one moment. Okay, that's just one stress. That's not too bad, and I'm putting that in Kismet. You don't have any, so that worked out pretty well. See, I think the PDA is like, according to the records I have on file, I guess this isn't really a record thing, actually. It's more of a scheduling / signs posted thing. But anyway, according to the scheduling and whatnot that I have on file, there is an empty floor around story 47 that is used to house rare acids and similar compounds.
Do we want to go to the acid floor? That seems like one of the worst floors that might be in this building.
You could go to the base floor.
So, I have an idea. So, I feel like a diversion would be very good.
Mhm.
What if we just dumped all the acid out, and it started leaking through and destroying all the floors below?
But we need, I hear you, but we do need to go up. Wouldn't that sort of...
Puts a bit of a timer on our whole situation, I feel.
Yes.
I mean, it's not going to cause the entire thing to collapse. I'm just saying it'll cause chaos.
I have a thought. What if we just go through the front door?
Well, we'd have to climb a lot of stairs.
The hangar door.
You would still have to climb a lot of stairs.
There might be an elevator.
How do you propose we get in through the hangar without drawing attention like we would further up?
Oh, I'm not proposing we avoid drawing attention. I'm proposing that a couple of wandering pirates have found the long-lost Doomlord heir and are bringing him to the nearest Doomlord building.
Oh.
And he gives him... Pottleroy does a little flip of his hair dramatically.
Okay, so we're gonna sell out Pottleroy. I knew this day was coming.
What? No, we're not actually going to leave him there. It's a ploy.
It's a trick, you see.
Ah, right, of course. I do a very exaggerated wink at Leah.
Leah just glares at her.
Look, this way, they'll welcome us with open arms. We can get where we need to go, do what we need to do, and just slip right back out.
So,
Won't they
now,
still just try to kill us because of what happened back in aisle 47?
What happened back in aisle 47? I don't know what you're talking about.
The demon that ate everything?
Oh,
At the very least, the CAO guy's going to recognize Rosa.
now, I heard that a demon ate everyone, but the thing about a demon eating everyone is there's nobody around to talk about the details of it, so no one really knows what happened.
Exactly.
I think you get close enough to the building that you start picking up internal communications, and somebody's just like, "Man, you hear about that demon who ate a bunch of people at the 97? Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing they killed it. Boy, that Victor 6, real character. I bet he'll never show up."
Wait, is that a name we would recognize?
That's a name that Pottleroy would recognize. It's his uncle.
Oh, right. The demon killer guy. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm imagining Pottleroy, is laying on, a shitty-ass couch
Uh-huh.
in the ship, and Forte is sitting on the, back of the couch in the corner with her feet just on the cushions. She just turns and looks at Pottleroy and is like, "Okay, so only flaw with your plan here is you kept saying we, but I'm pretty sure if we say that we have captured you, they're gonna haul you off somewhere. I don't think you're gonna be able to come with us."
You haven't captured me. You've rescued me. I was presumed dead, and you found me. Let's say in a river. Let's say river.
So, I mean, same point still stands, though. I feel like captured or rescued kind of ends up the same, which is them hauling you off somewhere.
Eventually, but that's why we're going to get going before that can happen.
This sounds like it's going to be a huge mess, so I'm in.
All right, but the second things start to go sideways, I'm just going to start punching everybody.
I can't stop you.
Counting on it, Leah.
Pottleroy, give me a second. Do you have, like, a backpack, a purse, a tote bag? I start looking through stuff.
Yes, I've got my public radio tote bag right here.
Okay, I turn into a ball inside the tote bag.
Oh, alright, that works.
In case, little voice.
In case you get, kidnapped again? Not by us?
I'm not going to get kidnapped.
Pottleroy nap?
And you're probably going to get kidnapped.
Everyone will be happy to see me.
Just throw me when you're in trouble.
Alright.
Alright, well, Alright, Pops, can you keep this thing steady while we're in there?
I think I can manage that. And the van slowly descends towards the hangar. Most of the people there aren't paying too much attention. There's probably a camera that notices it coming in and sends an alert to somebody. By the time you actually dock, there's a couple guards, but they don't have their weapons out or anything. They're just like, what's your business here?
Yes, we found Pottleroy Whippleberry Doomlord III. Alive and, well, not well, but alive. We found him in a river.
Pottleroy gives you a thumbs up that you remembered the river detail.
The guards look at each other and... Is there a Pottleroy? Is there a Paddleroy? I've never... Ma'am, there's no such man. There's no Pottleroy.
Well, there's at least 3, I would assume.
Wait, shit, I gotta pull up the character sheet. I forgot what my, real name is.
Excalibur Bloodlust Doomlord III.
Right.
Right. His real name is Excalibur Bloodlust.
What?
He told us to call him Pottleroy.
He was in a river?
Yeah, apparently.
Bring him out. Show him to us.
Yeah, well, here's the deal. Apparently he floats super well, but he didn't know how to get out.
Pottleroy has, dug through what I assume there's just a big pile of dirty laundry in the back of the van.
Yeah, that's where Rosa sleeps.
And he's just dug through it to find, the filthiest, rattiest clothes to put on, and now he's just slumping over Forte, his arm around her neck, carry me out.
Oh god, is he dying?
We really can't tell, but he's been like this since we found him, so I don't think so.
We didn't really have anything to feed him except for, salt packets.
Well, that's no good. He's not getting enough gravy. No, come on. We'll help you find the infirmary. And I think they lead you down the hall. The ship's fully docked. It's going to be fine. They lead you down the hall, up a flight of stairs, and onto the infirmary and medical solutions floor. Currently, the main project of research here is how to get people to pay 3 times as much for drugs that are already available on the open market. And the best solution that anyone has come up with is, what if we just blew the other ships out of the sky that are transporting them?
Hey, yeah. Quick question, is this closer or further away from our goal than the acid floor was?
The acid floor would have been closer. But,
Pottleroy is silently wincing and just being sorry, mouthing it to everybody.
I mean, listen, there'll be time for acid later.
I'm always saying this.
It's Chekhov's acid now. We have an obligation.
So yeah, I think they bring you to a waiting room and just sort of... I guess none of them are carrying you, so they're just like, okay, stay put. Somebody will be with you shortly. Don't worry about it. You're going to be fine.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I, step back with just the right timing so that Pottleroy, falls to the floor because he's definitely been putting most of his weight on me.
Ow!
I just kind of nudge him with my foot, this seems, bad. Can we maybe get somebody, take a look right now?
I think there's somebody at the front desk who is just reading a magazine and paying very little attention, and they just glance over and they're like, yeah, all right. And they press a button, pair of double doors swoops open, and I guess you want to go through that.
Pottleroy starts feebly looking like he's trying to crawl towards it.
Do you need like a chair or...
Oh, that would be lovely. Thank you. Thank you. What a kind soul.
And I guess this receptionist is just getting Pottleroy in a wheelchair now. It's not the best one.
Yeah.
One of the wheels is definitely stuck.
Uh-huh. He just slumps into it.
Just sort of hands it over to Leah. Like, can you take care of this? Like, I got important stuff to be doing.
Yeah, sure. I can push this kid around.
So yeah, I think we're gonna go through those doors, and hopefully the hall is empty enough that we can look for like a lift.
Yeah, I'd say it's a reasonably empty hallway. There's a few people, experimenting with various fluids, typing things. I don't know what a medical research facility looks like, especially on like cyberpunk magic music world.
Right.
There's probably somebody at like an organ.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Connected to their organs.
That's filled with organs, yeah.
Yeah.
They're playing Inagata Vita.
Mm-hmm.
With the kidneys.
Yeah. So, alright, I guess we should look for an elevator.
Well, there's an elevator right there.
Oh. Alright, well, let's go in the elevator.
There's no button, though. No call button. Just a little keyhole.
Oh.
Let me see if I can do anything with my weird cyber hand to the key.
Yeah, it's just some sort of pick locks or hat consoles or something.
If you want to just pick the lock, that would be, let's say precision plus enigma.
Anybody here have those stats? I
don't think so.
Rosa actually does, funnily enough.
Yes, the ball.
I imagine her just like popping up out of the bag with like a lock picking kit.
Yeah. I just hold the tote bag up to the lock.
Just cover the bag with the lock. No one sees what happens here.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me 2d10. I'm taking one away for difficulty because I feel like putting the tote bag up to the panel is maybe gonna draw a little suspicion.
Well, good. How's everyone liking this game? 2 and a 3.
Oh great. Okay. Let's see how that goes. Okay, that's 7 stress. That's good. Gonna put that into Kismet too.
Hell yeah.
And rolling for Fallout. That's a 1.
Well,
is a low roll good or bad on Fallout?
Low roll on Fallout's not good. You don't want to get lower than your stress on Fallout.
Okay.
So, I think what happens is Rosa pops, uncurls, pops her claw into the keyhole. She's working it around a bit. This is a weird lock, and I think she realizes about a fraction of a second too late, oh, this uses electronic keys that just look like regular keys. Because key cards are out of fashion. You know how it is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you need cyber keys.
Motion sensor keys.
Anyway, there's definitely been some motion sensed, and I think a bunch of shutters just start going down around various doors and parts of the hallway, and a siren starts blaring.
Whoops.
Alright, time for my plan. And then I'm gonna have Leah fucking fire her hand to try and break a hole in the ceiling.
Alright, give me brawn plus cheek, so 3d10.
Alright, that's a 9.
Alright, yeah, you bust a hole in the ceiling. You actually bust a hole in a couple of ceilings. You can see, easily 3 or 4 floors up. You don't know if you'll be able to climb that way very easily, but you could give it a shot. That did draw even more attention, and now everybody on multiple floors can see this grapple fist going around. and they can hear this siren going off, which probably isn't great.
All right. Rosa, back in the bag.
Rosa, back's in the bag.
Pottleroy, hold on to the bag real tight. Forte, hold on to Pottleroy, and then I'm gonna grab Forte with my flesh hand and try to grapple all of us up to the highest available floor.
Okay, yeah, give me brawn plus family at difficulty 2, so that's just gonna cancel out. Give me D10.
That is a 1, baby.
Oh no!
Alright, so you will take double stress for that. Do you want to knuckle down?
I would like to knuckle down. How does that work again?
You'll roll 2 dice and take the higher result for stress, but your action will succeed.
Okay. What dice am I rolling?
Give me 2d6.
Okay. Well, the highest result is a 6. So...
Oh, sure, there you finally roll high.
Alright, so you're gonna take 12 stress. Let me think for a moment about how I want to assign this.
Oh boy.
That's so much
Okay.
stress.
It's a good thing this is our last episode, right?
No, we got one a week after this. I was not expecting it to go bad this quickly, but, you know, it's just how it goes sometimes.
Maxie, if I've learned anything, it's that if you set up like a stealth mission, everyone will say "fuck you" and immediately start knocking down doors.
In retrospect, I should have seen that coming. So, Mike, I'm gonna offer you a choice here. Do you want to take 2 moderate coin fallouts or 1 very, very bad one?
How does a coin fallout work?
So generally that's something that affects the money you have on hand, or probably in this case, the quality of your equipment. I think this is probably gonna fuck up your arm pretty bad.
I'll go with 2 minor ones, I think, then.
Alright, then let me think. So I think you are climbing up, and once you're about a floor up, you start feeling a lot of tension in your arm. There's some sparks going on there. And you're starting to realize, normally, when you do something like this, the arm sort of de-telescopes, it retracts back into itself. But instead, what's happening is it's just sort of staying a limp noodle.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, that's going to be one thing that's happening to your arm. Let me get that typed up real quick. And, I'm trying to think. I think the other thing is, hey, you can see your dad's ghost.
Oh.
He's just kind of, you know the holograms in Star Wars?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. It's just sort of a projection of him coming out of the knuckles, and he's like, Leah, everything okay there?
Can we also see this, or just Leah?
You actually can see this.
Okay.
Wait, has this always been there? Is this who you've been talking to this whole time?
Yes! Did you just think I was insane?
Says the bag.
Yeah.
We talked to a skeleton a moment ago.
Yeah, but we all saw the skeleton.
Mm-hmm. No, the skeleton was cool.
Who did you think the skeleton was talking to when I put my hand on his head?
We didn't really talk. It was more of a telekinetic kind of thing.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, not the point and not the time.
Don't be like that to your father.
Yes, that's correct, Rosa.
Could you just hit me that Leah is the bowler superhero from Mystery Men?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, a bit.
I've never seen that movie. I only know of it from the All-Star video.
She has a bowling ball with the skull of her father embedded in it, and it talks to her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, alright, so what, okay, what's going on with my hand situation? Is it just
Are we just, like, dangling partway between floors or something?
I think you're able to clamber to the top floor that you burst a hole through. Probably aren't bursting any more holes, though, because this thing is not... I don't know whether it's spring-loaded or rocket-powered or what. It is... You're not launching that thing again. You just kind of... I'm imagining Leah gets onto the floor and dumps the other two down and just sort of has to spool it up like a really long extension cord.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So, stairs?
Hey, Hey everybody! This week I'd actually like to start off by letting our Patreon subscribers know that the game comes out today, April 5th. It should be officially available around 12 o'clock to 1 p.m. Central at blackberryandholly.itch.io. If you're not a Patreon subscriber, good news! It is definitely already available at blackberryandholly.itch.io. Speaking of, if you've been enjoying the show, consider supporting us at patreon.com/eidolonplaytest. For only $1 a month, you get access to new episodes a week in advance. If you're listening to this one on April 12th, you could have listened to it on the 5th, and I wouldn't have had to write that elaborate explanation on whether or not you can buy the game yet. At $3 per month, you'll get access to early episodes, plus a monthly bonus podcast where Luke and Molly discuss the design of Eidolon Become Your Best Self. You also get access to the GM notes for each episode, including these interlude ones. And for $5 a month, you'll receive access to the current draft of Eidolon, as well as getting your name read out on the podcast, like so. I want to give a big shout out to 21st Century, Monica Womansik, NM, Shivon Peridot Rose, Zach Weatherford, Power Dork, Matt Baltzel, Gray Aster, Augie Doggy, May Lover, Maximilian Gumble, Kevin King, Charlie Neal, Theodore Beauregard Mann, Propagable, Brule, Big Fella, Liam Black, Jenna F., Rem Diaz, Clockwise Man, AJ, Mary Painter, Robin Long, Robin Magi, Casey, Patch, Nubs, Eater of Dice, Imran Bassett, Sudzu, Mage of Spade, Joe Richardelli, Mark Sokolov, John Brownlee, Ava, Grief Ninja, Abigail Ralston, Tanner Vogelsang, Benjamin Lewis, Abby Tandon, Crass Pants, Scaly Haley, Bizarre Logo, Christopher Pragados, Tabitha Spokes, Pete Shaka, Destry Hawk, Leah Plath, Drashura, Adam Levine, Tono, The Mysterious Fox of Fox Hollow, Jeans, James Terenzia, Soda Juice, LV, Kyle Wayne LaCroix, Cassandra Mira, Smokey, Hannah,
Big Titty Goth Trad Wife,
Queen Cat Attack, Dragon Girl Josie, Freebie, Mitchell Dill, Beardo, David, Jenny Size, Fire Princess Lily, Jordan Sam, Paradotted, Abilene, Witsu, Celeste Jennings, Jennifer, Johan159, Mark Myers, Sky, Morgan Spade, Eli Maroney, June B, Jacob Hathcock, Jeff Dorman, Dylan Lee, Evan, Lucentia, Virgil Purcell, Liam Conlon, Rizzy, Lachlan Cleland, Ryan Ball, Robert Wilson, Ellen, Evie Helms, Erica Maybe, Striven, Lizzie Two Shoes, August, and the Z-Mage. I'm getting better at that, I think. Thank you again, everybody who subscribed, as well as people who just listen to the show. We all appreciate it a whole lot. If you're not subscribed to the Patreon, word of mouth also helps a lot, letting your friends know if they might be into a show about... Well, it's not going to be about these clowns for much longer. This is the second to last episode, and it's already halfway over. Gosh. And, well, everybody in Eidolon Season 1 is dead, and like Luke's always saying, they're not coming back ever, so, I don't know what the show's going to be about. I guess just tell them about Season 1, and, Season 2 will probably be at least thematically connected to that. Anyway, I won't take up too much more of your time. Regular episodes of Eidolon will resume on April 19th for subscribers and April 26th for everybody else. Next week is the last episode of this interlude. It has been a treat GMing for these folks. What did I say? Why am I calling my friends folks? That was an insane thing to say. Whatever, it's over. Get back to the show.
What's like around us?
Let me think, what is around you? I think you're still not at the acid floor yet.
Damn
you're
it.
on a cybernetics floor, actually. Just a bunch of half-built robots and cyborg arms and legs and whatnot, and a bunch of incredibly terrified engineers staring at the crew of pirates, and there's an armadillo there who just burst through their floor and set off a very loud alarm.
Yeah.
There's probably the sound of boot steps coming down the hall, coming up the stairs, but they're not here quite yet.
Maxie, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
All the, half-built tech and stuff laying around, what's the most valuable or useful-looking thing that's laying around?
I feel like this is a Pineapple of Discord adjacent question.
Yeah, what is laying around that could be used to make the most trouble?
Okay. Let me think. So, there is, I'm gonna say, there's an arm with pyrotechnics in it. And, theoretically, this is, to be used in stage shows, or if you're in a survival situation, you need to send up a flare, you could probably send up a flare. You could also just set shit on fire with it, though.
So I haven't really talked about what Forte looks like at all, but I have just decided now that she does wear cargo pants because, of course she does.
There's gotta be someone.
And I want to use Ace in the Hole to, in the commotion, maybe just acquire that arm and, stash up a pant leg.
Okay, yeah, Ace in the Hole. If you can carry an object unassisted, you can conceal it expertly on your person. So yeah, you have an arm that shoots fire just on you now.
All right, cool.
Speaking of robot arms, since this is sort of a tech wing, is there anything here I could conceivably use to repair mine?
I would say conceivably, but it would take probably more time than you have right now.
Okay, can I just steal some parts then?
Yeah, you can just shove your Pottleroy's tote bag full of parts.
All right. All right. Is there do we see a stairwell or anything?
There are some stairwells. They're currently shuttered off, and also there's definitely guards coming through them.
Wait, which is it? Because I feel like it's hard for it to be both.
They got welding torches.
Well, that seems inefficient.
I love this. Their own security system is causing them some issues.
Listen, if there's one thing that I've tried to make clear about this place, it's that it's not run very well.
Okay, I'm gonna look around and I guess try to notice which of the engineers looks most terrified, and then just go up to him and put my arm on him and say, okay, hey man, I'm really sorry. Really didn't mean to get any of you guys drug into this, but you guys are definitely in this now. I know you guys are innocent, but those guards probably are not going to be too discriminatory at this point, and they're gonna probably assume that you're in cahoots with us. It's probably going to be best for all of you if we're not here when they get through. Do you or anyone else have access to that elevator over there?
Give me... Do y'all think mediation would apply to this one?
That sounds like that.
Yeah,
sure.
They're terrified. I'm trying to find them a solution that will alleviate their concern.
All right, yeah, give me charm, mediation, lies. So that's the full 4d10.
Oh, folks, that's a 10.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think he just sort of blubbers incoherently for a little bit as he's, rifling around his desk for a key, yeah, sure, yeah, no, yeah,
I make very soothing and sympathetic noises the entire time.
Oh, that's actually really nice. Thank you, that calms me down a lot.
Listen, I feel terrible that you guys got brought into this. It's not anyone's intention, and I just want to do what we can to make sure you guys get out of this okay.
All right, yeah, I think eventually he manages to produce a key that was taped to a photo of his family, and he hands it to you, and he's like, that'll get you to the acid floor at least.
That's perfect. Thank you so much.
Pottleroy, to be clear, just when, he got let go, he just sort of fell to the ground and went limp and is still acting as if he is sick and starved, but he does, roll his eyes and grumble when he hears that we're just now getting to the acid floor.
Listen, that's just how it goes sometimes. You gotta get your way to the acid floor before you can get your way past the acid floor. Again, I'm always saying this.
I told you, buddy. Chekhov's acid floor.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go to the elevator.
All right, yeah, I think the four of you pile into the elevator. Takes a little bit because, again, Leah's got to kind of reel her arm in. And as you're about to go up, I think the guards with welding torches finally break into the room they're trying to guard just in time to see the elevator doors closing, and they're just groaning. They're not having a good one. They're not any happier about this.
God. Leah is trying to manually force like the tether of her arm back into the socket, like just gradually, like push it back in a little bit at a time.
Leah,
it's a really shitty straw.
Leah, what did I teach you about treating your arm right?
I did treat it right. It was a bad situation.
I'm just saying, if you force it, it's gonna make it worse.
Yeah, but I like it's dangling everywhere. It's a liability.
I pick up the end of it and just kind of drape it around her shoulders a couple of times. Just
what, like a boa?
Yeah, kinda. Just so so it's it's with her, but not dragging around.
Great. I really appreciate that. Now, if things get really intense, I can strangle myself.
No, it's dangled in a way so like it's around the shoulders, not around the neck.
This elevator is moving real slowly, by the way. Like, you would expect a skyscraper elevator to do that thing where it kind of picks up speed and makes you nauseous for a second, and then it slows down again. No, it's taking its time.
I think Pottleroy says, I think we maybe gave up on taking the quiet approach a little too quickly.
I mean, once the alarms went off, like, all bets were off, too.
No, once the alarms went off, before you started shooting things, I was going to throw up in my tote bag, sorry, Rosa, and then collapse out of the wheelchair and pretend like I had just had an episode, and somehow that triggered the motion sensor on the lock.
No, yeah, that makes sense. That would have been fine.
Okay, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. Now, listen, stay on your toes. Why is this elevator so slow?
There's a little sign on the side that just says, Official Empire Engineering Safety Elevator.
Is it safe hyphen the letter T?
Yes, it's safe hyphen the letter T. Also,
God
Leah, you would know enough about engineering to know elevators are already pretty safe. They got brakes in.
Yeah, this is silly.
It's fine. We don't have a time limit here, and as long as we're in here, they can't shoot us, so let's just relax and let it take us there.
I am already popping open the panel where the buttons are.
No!
Okay, yeah, I'm not even going to make you roll for this. I think you do manage to accelerate the elevator, and it's more of a Dange R elevator now, because it is going extraordinarily fast, extraordinarily up. It suddenly slams to a halt as there's a pleasant chime, and over the loudspeaker there's a sound of an announcement. Maximum floor for security clearance reached. Floor 42, acid storage. And the elevator doors open up into a room full of glowing multicolored liquid. And okay, yeah, it seems like the guards maybe knew you were coming this way. There's about a dozen of them already.
All right, it's Christmas.
I think Pottleroy, who had gotten up, immediately collapses to the ground and says, "Wait, no, don't shoot them! They're simple pirates and they will, what's the word? Shit, goddammit. They're tempted by the riches here. They mean no real harm."
I think the guards share a look, and they're like, "Who are you?"
"I'm the lost prince of the Doomlord Empire."
Well, yeah, Lost Prince? Yeah, no, the Excalibur guy. It was a whole thing. Hey, if you're really Excalibur Bloodlord or Doomlord or whatever, I lost track. Say some metal shit.
Oh dear, what a odd. Oh. All right, I love to play the bass with the devil and blood from the moon?
Do they get blood from the moon?
Keep going.
Rosa from the back.
Keep going. You're doing great.
He's really not.
Satan's double bass is real cool.
Say something about the 666 or that or bats.
Bats.
Okay, I think Bats gets them. And they're lowering their guns, but they're not putting them away or anything. They're just like, okay, well, we're gonna need you to come with us, and we're gonna need to take the rest of you into custody.
No, please, they've been so kind to me. They've saved my life. You can't arrest them.
They did just blow a hole through several floors, and...
Listen! That was an accident. Her arm malfunctioned. We can't possibly be blamed for that. We live out in the fringes. We do not have money for arm maintenance.
They're simple, honest folks, sir. They really are.
Alright, well, if you just want to go back down to the lobby, I guess we can call it square.
I think Pottleroy kind of freezes and, like, looks towards everyone else like, what do we want to do? What do we do?
I mean, that sounds good, but also the lower floor guards are still going to be trying to kill us.
No. These guards can explain to them what happened. Like, it was just a simple misunderstanding.
I think the bigger problem is that the top secret information we require is on a higher floor than this, and if we go back down, we're just going to have a repeat of this whole situation again. Realistically speaking.
Okay, you know what? That's a good point, Maxie.
I can't believe that she's encouraging crimes now.
I'm not encouraging crimes, I'm simply explaining how to most effectively commit the crimes that you have already committed to.
There's a small little rumble from the back that goes,
Crimes.
I think Pottleroy looks back to the guards and just says, listen, I understand that this has all been a bit confusing, a bit of a dust up, just a whole rigmarole. If I can just speak to whoever's in charge here, I'm sure we can work this all out and just smooth everything right over. I want to speak to the manager.
Alright, let me roll your clarity stress for that.
Or where's the manager? Rather?
Okay, that's 2. That's not too bad.
Okay.
I am going to roll d10. Alright, yeah, you squeak in just under the wire.
Oof.
So yeah, I think at that, a set of elevator doors on the opposite side of the room opens up with a pleasant chime, and through it walks Charles Venevie, Chief Executive Officer of Empire Entertainment and Aeronautics. Oh, dude, it's you three again. What's going on? And where's your little bud?
Goddamn, is this the guy from the first session?
It is! I'm glad you remembered me.
Wait, he never saw me, did he?
Okay, then yeah, who's your rabbit? Did you replace the armadillo?
Yes, they replaced the armadillo.
I tighten the tote bag to keep Rosa hidden.
the tote bag is slightly moving a little bit.
Oh, dude, public radio? Come on, everybody knows that private radio is where it's at. Let's get some Empire satellite hype, and the guards very weakly cheer.
Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, see, the tote bag gets it.
I was being a guard for sure.
Pottleroy turns to Leah and just kind of very quietly mutters all right, I'm out of ideas.
Anyway, what brings y'all here? Are you here to give me the amplifier back? Because that'd be great.
I'm completely spent. It's your show.
Pottleroy.
What?
Throw me at his face.
That seems very ill-advised.
Okay.
Leah grabs the bag out of Pottleroy's hands and throws Rosa at his face.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Give me brawn plus family.
I feel like this guy would have been really easy to con with words, but sure.
Brawn plus family and difficulty 1. So that'll be 2d10.
Okay. That is an 8.
Alright. And see, I'm gonna say the laser hoop probably has not been spun up.
No.
So I'm gonna use Leah's damage for this.
I do act as brutal, I think, when I'm in this form, when I attack.
Let me... You're not in the vents, but I think this counts because I think it's funny. So yeah, you'll count as brutal.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I get big.
Oh, that's also very good.
As I hit, yeah.
Like the ball just... It's still curled up, but it just looks bigger. Okay, yeah, no, I can work with that. So yeah, Leah, you huck Rosa at his face, and I think as she's coming toward him, he's just like, well, this seems awfully familiar. And she bounces off, gives him a real bad nosebleed. He's like, alright, I guess I should have seen this coming. Well, guards, why don't you kill them all using the large amounts of acid contained on this floor? And the guards start taking aim at the vats of acid nearest the 4 of you.
Well, if
Wait,
this-
y'all realize you'll drown in the acid too, right?
What? No, I got an elevator.
No, the guards will.
while Leah's saying that, I just kind of sigh, pull out the arm that shoots fire, and shoot fire at them.
Okay, let me think about how this is gonna go down.
Are these acids flammable?
Yeah, no, these acids are. I feel like flammable's not the right word so much as combustible.
Great.
Yeah, listen, if acid's gonna get busted anyways, I'd rather be the one doing it.
All right, I'm gonna be mean about this one. Lexi, give me invention plus cheek.
That's fair, I think.
You have neither of those, so that's gonna be D10.
I rolled a 5.
All right. Whew, boy. Let me think about how this goes. Let me roll D6 corpus stress.
We could just cut this. It's not actually important, but you made me curious, and I looked it up. And acids, broadly, are not flammable. It turns out.
Well, on this planet they are.
Well, these
All
are
right.
these are very experimental acids, is the thing.
Music acid.
They
Okay.
specifically decided, hey, what if we had acids that explode?
Yeah, how can we make acid react more with fire?
Listen, y'all want to innovate? You know what the world needs? It's acids that can burn. Literally.
We want things to be more dangerous and less useful, broadly speaking. So yeah, Lexi, Forte is going to take 4 corpus stress from that, and I'll roll Fallout in a second. What happens is those flames come out a lot more intense than expected, and they're just kind of licking every vat in the room. But the thing is, the flames are more intense near the source. They've got less time to fan out, and the heat has less time to sort of dissipate. So, the vats nearest you explode. And you do get a bunch of acid on you. It hurts. It's not the end of the world. It's not, like, enough to dissolve you into a pile of bone. But it's not great. You don't like having acid on you, it turns out.
I drop some swears in a language that's probably not from this planet, and just kind of mutter, I was really hoping those would be projectile. I then throw the arm, which is, I assume, still giving off fire at the guards.
Okay, yeah, I think they weren't really sure how to react when they saw that the vats they were aiming for already blew up. So by the time they see it coming, there's not much they can do but sort of jump for it. Some of them do get burned pretty bad. I think Venevi is pulling out another even stupider looking keytar than the last one. And he's just like, good news, I learned from my mistake last time, and this time, this one's tied to my DNA.
So, if we steal that, we have access to your DNA.
I suppose technically you would, now that I think about it. Maybe I should have tied it to something else. But it's gonna be a moot point, because I'm gonna kill you. And he is... I'm trying to think of how you would actually use a keytar to attack. You don't really lay down a lick. I think there's just a laser on it. He just blasts a laser at... Pottleroy is in charge, so I think it's going to be at Pottleroy.
Yeah, all right.
You're going to want to defend from that somehow.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think I am just, like, I have had my electrofoil, like, buried in my, just layers of ratty clothes this whole time, and I'm gonna just, whether this is a good idea or not, reflexively just whip it out to try to deflect the laser with the blade of the foil.
Okay. Roll Dread plus Steel, difficulty 1, so that's going to be 2d10 for me.
2d10? Okay, yeah, let's see. That is going to be a 6.
Okay. So, first off, just going to roll d10 stress for Pottleroy. That's 4 to Corpus, which isn't great.
Okay.
But I do think you manage to whip out the sword. It's not plugged in.
Right.
So that's not ideal, but you do get it into the path of the laser, and it just absorbs it and starts vibrating and sparking. That's probably going to be the main source of the damage for Pottleroy. It's just sending real bad jolt through his body.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's nothing he can't handle, but, you know, it hurts pretty bad.
Okay.
But he manages to... I think it's not even so much that he's trying as he can't move his hand. he manages to keep the sword pointed directly at Charles until the laser rockets back out, now blood red, and sounding a little bit like the wail of a wretched ghost.
Okay.
And it's going to go back into Charles Venevy's Kitar, and now he's the one getting fried, which isn't great for him. I think... Oh, yeah, he takes... Man, if you thought it looked bad for Pottleroy, it looks way worse for him. He's, like, fucked up his hair, his...
Oh, no, not the hair.
Clothes are all, like, raggedy now.
Did we briefly see his skeleton?
You can briefly see his skeleton. But also because of the sword, it's like... It looks more gothic and evil than his skeleton normally would. This is like you know the blood skeletons from Castlevania? It looks like one of those.
I was about to ask what color is the skeleton. Just one. Hopefully it would be like a fun answer. What color is the skeleton?
Blood red.
Hell yeah. That's what I thought.
All right. I think the guards are picking themselves up, and they are taking aim at Leah at this point. They're not firing yet.
Okay. She's just gonna fucking rush him. And, like... I guess as long as she's dragging, like, her hand on the end of a rope, she's just gonna swing it like a flail at them and, try and just, rush them with this.
This is how we fight with the ship, so you should be familiar with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me Rush plus Family, and roll with Mastery from Ghost Dad. I'll explain why. So that's 4d10.
Okay. That's a 10.
Alright, yeah, so... You are whipping your own arm around like a flail, and as you swing it at these guards, the ghost of your dad, again, he's been showing up this whole time, but I feel like he sort of looks a bit more solid for a moment, and he points at them one by one, and he's just like, I'm very disappointed in you. I'm very disappointed in you. You could be doing so much more with your life. You are not even holding that gun correctly, and I'm wondering what they're training you folks on. Back in my day, when we fought guards for Empire Entertainment, they had a little more panache than this, and I think they're all so thoroughly demoralized that they do not even raise their hands to defend themselves as the flying cybernetic fist just sort of backhands them one by one.
Incredible.
Disappointed arm, Dad.
So yeah, I think those guards are largely taken out. A few of them fly into more vats of acid, and now there's acid getting on them and on Charles, and he's just like, I don't know why you 3 or 4 or however many you are doing this when I'm just trying to make the world a better place.
Yeah, we don't really know either, I say as I start rushing past him towards the elevator he'd gotten out of.
No, that's the executive elevator. Come on. You don't have executive privileges.
I'm pretty sure I do, I yell as I run after.
I think as we run to the elevator, Leah's gonna turn to the guy and be like, I'm gonna be honest, dude, I don't know why you keep trying to fight yourself. Like, you have so many guards.
I kick him in the face as we run and I say, I just don't like you.
Hey. No, you don't understand. I'm the cool boss. And then the elevator doors close. Wow, this one's going a lot faster, too. Yeah, you are just soaring up to the top floor at this rate.
That worked out pretty good. We should do this more often.
I feel like as long as he's the guy in charge of everything, we really don't have that much to worry about.
Oh, don't say that. That's famous last words.
Uh-huh. And I think... Well, let me just see how long this episode's been going. Do you think 1 hour is too short for an episode?
There have been 1 hour idle on episodes.
Okay, then yeah. I think what happens is the elevator makes its way to the top floor, and this time it's much faster, and the slowdown is a lot smoother. It comes to like a buttery smooth halt, and opens up into this, frankly, kind of gorgeous room full of servers and filing cabinets, blueprints, summoning signs. Frankly, if this were under any other circumstances, this place would seem pretty cool. As it stands, probably not great. And I think the PDA pipes up.
I believe that all relevant files to the K Accumulator project should be located on this floor. So if you want to just fuck those up, that should do it.
Thanks, Maxie. I'm glad you're starting to come around to our way of life.
Yeah, welcome to the family.
Listen, at this rate, I expect that if you were ever captured, I would be annihilated with a super powerful magnet either way, so it's kind of the only chance I have at continued existence.
Well, we're more than happy to let you continue existing with us, little friend.
All right, Leah's gonna see if she can sabotage the elevator behind them so that Charles cannot follow them.
Okay, yeah, give me... Actually, I'm not going to make you roll for that. I'm saying you can just go ahead and do that. It'll occupy you for a little bit while you fuck with it.
Yeah, well, she does that. We can nose around to see if we can find those files.
Yeah, most of them are, thankfully, actually organized pretty clearly. Apparently, the one thing they do right here is lots of, they comment their code very thoroughly. All the files are color-coded. There's lots of, different sections with different types of research. And yeah, you can pretty easily find a whole sort of portion of the room that just has things related to the K accumulator. And I'm assuming you just start burning most of those.
I'm going to try and have Maxie, upload as much as possible to the PDA first.
Okay.
Just because I feel like maybe having my hands on some of that information could come in handy at some point.
Isn't that just going to paint an even bigger target on our backs?
They don't know.
I don't think that's possible at this point.
They don't have to know we have it. We're destroying the files. They don't know we have this.
This is fucked up. That is a problem. They've already made a second one, and it's 10 times as big. I'm fairly sure that would create an environmental catastrophe that would devastate the entire planet, because they definitely fucked up the math on this thing.
Oh. Where were they gonna put it?
Well, let me try and decode this map. It looks like this big tower on the corner is where we are now. Oh, it's actually only about a few hours away. You can get there and destroy it super easy. It should not even be an issue.
Whew, I was worried you were about to say the whole building was the machine or something like that.
Oh no, that would be absurd.
Luke, you're kind of far from the microphone.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Pottleroy was just in another part of the building, destroying files.
Mm-hmm. Power was in the restroom? Yeah.
He got lost.
Well, okay, well, shit. Dad, are you still connected to the ship?
Yeah?
Can you, have it ram through that window right over there?
Yeah, sure, I can manage that. And just as he's about to finish that sentence, a ship does ram through the window. That's not your ship, though.
Ah, nerds.
Oh,
the ship that just rammed through the window is pitch black with subtle gold accents.
Oh, no.
And standing atop it is a man who looks like he might be 7 or 8 feet tall, though a foot of that is probably the very large boots he's wearing.
Oh, no.
He's got a blood red cape, and slung over his back is... Well, it's an axe, but it's also an axe, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
I recognize this guy, yeah.
Yeah, you recognize this guy. And he steps off the ship and into the room, and he just says...
So, are you 4 ready to die?
Rosa raises her paw and does the so-so, signature.
Like the little waggle?
Yeah,
Rather not, honestly.
Well, I didn't have a response plan for that, so I guess...
Yeah, you were probably expecting the episode to end right after you delivered that line.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, you can still call it there.
No, that would feel inauthentic now.
Here. Do you have a backup line? We can just take this from the top.
Yeah. Do another one. Give us another one.
Okay. Let me think about that for a second.
And he's sort of tapping a finger against his cheek.
Oh, right. Okay. No, I've got it. My name is Victor Styx Doomlord, head of brand integrity enforcement at Empire and fuck, no, I fucked it up. I gotta take that one again.
Good.
This
you were
one
doing
you cut.
so good.
This one you cut.
Okay, I've got it. I've got it for real this time. My name is Victor Styx Doomlord, head of brand integrity enforcement at Empire Entertainment and Aeronautics. You have something that belongs to us.
Eidolon Playtest is produced by Audio Entropy. You can find us at audioentropy.com as well as patreon.com/EidolonPlaytest. You can follow us on Twitter at Eidolon Playtest, and you can follow Luke at SSJ Speed Racer, Lexi at Tabletop Gamera, Fabby at Fabby_Garza, Mike at Mike Loves Rabbit, and me, Maxie, at Maxie Satan. Our Stormy present will be available at blackberryandholly.itch.io and on DriveThruRPG. The finale will be next week on April 12th for Patreon subscribers and April 19th for everybody else. See you then!